Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series, Season 7. Round 7, we are heading to the coast of Monaco. Oh, can we keep our form going, I wonder? So we're approaching a very difficult, tricky race, not one that we want our drivers to be inexperienced or, loose with their control in. Thankfully, the problems we had with control ratings being so low, thanks to a sponsorship obligation, a media appearance, reducing our drivers' control stat down dramatically, and I do mean dramatically, 30 points down each driver. That has now passed, so we are approaching Monaco with our drivers back at their very, very high control ratings. 98 control rating for Embry and 93 for Donna. Just as well, because this is a very difficult circuit, and one mistake and that's it, you're in the wall. So really pleased that our drivers are back to their tip-top form in that respect for this round, especially considering don't really have a lot of spare parts available, thanks to Donna wrecking a whole load of new parts in the previous race with her reduced control rating. So that's the bad news. No real spare parts. Good news, control ratings are back where they should be, in the mid to high 90s. Also, we can take part from our pace last night, which, while not incredible, was good. It was pretty good. I mean, we had a good strategy, considering our drivers aren't the greatest with tyre wear, which meant we went for the 2-stop instead of the 1-stop. And we got quite lucky in some respects with the timing of the VSC. We got Donna in, got her onto a new set of tyres. Tried to do the same the following lap with Embry, couldn't quite get the full benefit of that. But Donna ended up having a really good race, and she finished in 5th place. Brought in 10 much-needed points for the team. Embry got caught out a little bit with the safety car ending, or the VSC ending, just as she was pulling into the pit lane. So we lost a bit of saved time in that respect. Plus, we also had a big lockup for her as well, which dropped her down, but she fought her way back through and finished in 10th. So pretty pleased with that as well. And I'm really confident about our car's performance potential here for Monaco, because we are very good in terms of downforce, and that is something that is key for this circuit. Let's take a look at just how good our car is. Let's just check the builds. So Embry has the most up-to-date chassis, the C3. Donna, having wrecked the C3 that was given to her in the previous race, had to drop back to a C1 for the race at Imola. But now that we've got a second C3 chassis, we put that on Embry's car and taken the C2 that was on her car and put it on Donna's car. So that'll help with a little bit of pace. They're both on the same front wing, same rear wing, same side pod, same underfloor, and same suspension. So the only difference between the two cars is the chassis difference, and there's not a massive amount of difference between the two. Let's show you the actual difference between our two cars. And there you go. So not much, as you can see. A little bit of an improvement in the downforce, but not massive numbers. We're talking 0.004 in medium speed and 0.009 in high speed. Top speed, a little bit more of a difference. Acceleration is negligible. It's slightly better on Embry's, but we're talking less than 0.001 G. So almost non-existent difference in the acceleration there. A tiny little difference in the engine cooling as well. So very, very similar spec cars, and hopefully, given the actual on-paper performance of the very, very good downforce stats and dirty air stats, we should be pretty good here. The DRS will certainly help us with attempts to overtake. The speed, nice, not really relevant, unfortunately, for this track. The acceleration could be better. We'll make do. But everything else about the car, I like the look of. So I think we've got a good chance of a strong finish tonight. Not quite sure how good, but we'll see. Let's set some targets for tonight's race. So the incentive is one car in the top 14. I'm expecting us to get both cars into Q3 again tonight. Let's see, fastest lap. We will try and get it, but again, if we don't. It's only an incentive, so we won't get penalised if we don't get it. Finish position, I am going to go 2 in the top 12 again. It's Monaco. It's tricky to overtake. We're probably going to be running a 2-stop strategy, so we might get caught out with traffic. You know, better to just cover our bases a little bit there. Finish position streak, 2 in the top 15 for 2 races. It's a nice, easy one. Hopefully we can knock that out without any real dramas. And then the quali streak, 2 in the top 12 for 5 races. 1 down, 4 to go, including tonight, and that will be worth quite a bit of cash for us as well. So with all that done, there's nothing left to do, I don't think, apart from head to Monaco.
Welcome along to one of the biggest weekends in motorsport, here in Monaco. F1 descends on Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix, a glittering show on the Riviera and a crown for whoever can emerge victorious here. Space may be tight and overtakes few and far between, but that won't stop the drivers battling until the end on this iconic street circuit. Monaco is famous for its many narrow twists and corners. From the brake-heavy Le Rascasse to the treacherous Saint Devote, there are no proper straights to speak of, and it's extremely hard to overtake here. It sounds like simple advice, but getting up as high on that starting grid as possible is the best plan of attack. Aston Martin's team principal is bound to be a bit nervous during this race after the board's recent worries as to the team's direction. So then, time to get back to the action.
Well, hopefully the board are a little bit happier after getting solid points last night. They did get a delighted response to last night's race. Still overall low confidence, but a step in the right direction for sure. Right, let's get prepped and ready. I'm not going to put Anne in the car tonight. We're just going to go with Donna and Embry. We're going to start on the softs. There we go. And I'm going to go 21 laps for Monaco. Again, we'll probably end up calling them in a little early anyway. I am going to go with a very high downforce opening setup just because of the circuit characteristics. Just throwing that out as a guess there. It's almost always going to be a 10 and 16 on the front wing. Everything else is a little bit up for debate on this one. Occasionally you will get a 9.5 or a 9. I think I've even had like a 15 or a 15.5 once on the rear wing, but that's very rare. So we're just going to speculate on a couple of different starting strategies based on this is always going to be high downforce. So we'll go 10, 16 again, and this time we'll go 8.2. We'll go with 3.3 and a 0. Let's see what we can do here. I've got to change the parts over as well before I forget. How you doing, Mr. Water? Good to see you tonight. Let's get the old engine in, old ERS. We have already gone through some parts with Donna, unfortunately, thanks to her crash at Tosa in free practice last night. Still got plenty of life in our first round parts for Embry. There we go. And let's send them to the track. Oh, did I change the tyres? I think I did. For Embry. Yes, I did. So once again, highlighting that the gearbox is all important when it comes to pace and the condition of the gearbox in particular. We are going to quickly have a look at the car parts here. And there you can see the difference. That is a much, much healthier engine and ERS for Embry, but her gearbox is a little bit damaged. Donna's is effectively, still in new condition. So despite the differences in a lack of power and a lack of ERS performance, expect Donna to be quicker. She's got the better gearbox. Let's see if I'm right in that. Get them both on that. And let's see what lap times I do. And there you go. Donna, despite having a much worse engine and ERS, is 0.2 quicker. Because she's got a healthy gearbox and Embry doesn't. Gearbox is the most important factor when it comes to keeping your pace pacey. I've said it before, and there is just another example. So if you've got a shortfall of parts and you can only really afford to replace a couple, engine is probably the one with the least priority, because even though it's going to be down in power, not going to affect your pace anywhere near as much as a gearbox that's wearing out. Replace that and your pace will improve dramatically.
Quick feedback.
All right, 83 for our starting guess. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. How you doing, Dino? Just waiting for feedback from Embry. We're going to let them run normally tonight because we've had these guest starts. Oh, we've got 83 there as well. Fantastic. So we'll let them do their normal stints tonight because we're not going in completely blind. Simply because there was no real point. I knew that the downforce was going to be, all the way up on these cars tonight, so it just made no sense to run them out at default levels. Everything else we've kind of just guessed, and now we've got the fine-tuning part of that. Take a look. All right, so we are way off on the toe. So let's slap that all the way in the opposite direction. Let's do that. Let's see how that works. And what about Embry? I thought I'd done an 8. No, I did Donna's car first. No, Embry's car first, didn't I? So let's put that to an 8.2. Front wing was correct, but now it's going the wrong way. So we need to move that back, and we need to overdo it a little bit. We've got to pull that all the way back as well. We'll drop that just there, right on the edge. Front wing is potentially a little iffy. We might need to pull that back, but we'll see. And let's send that car out and see how that works. But these should both be pretty close now. pretty evenly matched now, pace-wise. Donna, there we go. Back to being a couple of tenths quicker. Always tricky to get a complete read on the pace when they've got traffic harrying them or right in front of them and giving them a bit of a slipstream through sections. But we have seen a consistent pattern of Donna being a good tenth or two quicker. That will change, I think, potentially, once we get into qualifying, once we swap the parts over again. Let's have a look. 95%, so a little bit more tweaking to do, but almost there already. Evening, Victor. What about Embry? $99. Just need to move the toe one little click, and that car is perfect. Okay, so needs to change now. We could pull this back and then pull that back a bit like that. I think that could be good. That has to go to there. There we go. So Embry's car is done. Donna's just needs a little fettling. And the Alfa Romeo's looking quick tonight. You see Behrman about 2.5 tenths quicker than his teammates and about 700ths quicker than Lando. Oscar's not far away though, and his best time on the mediums, only 3.5 tenths away from Ollie. And Stroll's right there as well. Stroll's been quick this season. He's been Stroll, so he's made mistakes, but he's been quick. Red Bull's not amazingly close, but again, medium tyres and hard tyres, that's potentially quite good for Charles Leclerc if he's got that kind of pace. And Maloney as well, look, on hard tyres, they could be very quick on softs. Again, you can't really read too much into practice, but we'll see how they do. Let's go with medium tyres in this session. We're going to go with 30 laps of fuel. Drop those settings down. Go. Our parts are all fine. Let's send them out.
Fuck is green.
And with our drivers, as I say, our drivers' control ratings back to their usually high standards. Hopefully that means we will not have any incidents. Of course, I do realise, curse of the commentator, I probably just jinxed myself by saying that. But, yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Can't really afford to put it in the barrier tonight because we have no spare parts on the important stuff. So, this could, if we make a mistake in this session or qualifying, could be quite expensive. Still suffering the after effects of the wind tunnel being shut down for a period of time, and then the factory immediately catching fire as soon as the wind tunnel was fixed. Yeah, and then combined with the crash that wiped out some of those new parts in Imola last night, it's left us with just very little stock. Got the factory running around the clock right now, trying to spit out more spare parts and new parts as well. And the design centre is pumping out a couple of new designs as well. Got a new suspension coming, and I'm trying to remember what the other part is.
How is the balance, please?
I can't remember what the other part is. Might be a new side pod. Let's have a look. Did we get it right? Yes, we did. Donna's car is now perfect, and Embry's should be as well. There we go. Fantastic. Now we just need to let them run for a bit, get their track knowledge up, continue improving car part knowledge for Embry. She's not going to hit 100% on that tonight, but we can get her close. That helps. There's no reason why Donna shouldn't be starting with 100% confidence, and Embry should be in the very high 90s. I imagine around 98, maybe 99. There we go. We are done running in FP2. Leclerc showing a bit of pace. Behrman's still up there. Norris is up there again as well. Sainz has popped in a quick time. Max all the way down is 17th. He's not looking quick at the moment. He's been running hard. No, he's been running mediums. Surely he's going to improve on this set of tyres. Yeah, he's on softs. See how quick he goes. Up to 10th. He's slipping down the order again. Does Max just not have pace here today? That could spice up the the driver's title a bit. Has been running away with it a little bit so far. 4 wins from 6 so far this season for Max. Oh, BSC. And that is a broken Alpha. It's Isaac. He's had a big spin into the barrier. Or maybe he's just run wide and bounced off. Let's have a look. Yeah, he just ran wide, bounced off. His teammate just sneaking through there. Not ideal. Luckily for him, in some respects, there wasn't that much time left in this session, so it won't impact him too much as long as they've got spare parts. He should be out straight away in FP3. But, yeah, if that happened at the beginning of FP2, that could have seriously hurt his weekend a little bit. Alright, hard tyres, car parts are still fine. I'm going to go with 32 laps of fuel. should be enough. Might even be more than we need.
Track should be green.
And let's see what happens to Schumacher in this race, because he's been off all season. Can he finally get a good qualifying run in? If he wants to do anything of any real note in this race, he's going to need to. We know how tricky this circuit is. If he's stuck near the back like he has been in the last few races, not going to make much progress. Both Mercedes putting in some quick times. Yeah, we don't know fuel loads or anything like that, or part status, so we don't know if that's genuine pace compared to the rest of the grid. But yeah, Mercedes are definitely on the upward trajectory this year after a couple of disappointing seasons. Okay, let's call Donna in. And Embry as well. But up to 91 car percent, car part knowledge in the end, so we're probably looking maybe 97% overall. Let's have a look. Yeah, 97 overall. And 100 for Donna. Right, where's Max? In 7th right now. Half a second slower than the faster time. And behind his teammate again. Yeah, I wonder if Max just isn't going to have any real pace tonight. Maybe his engine is running low. Maybe his gearbox is playing up. That will certainly help. The more cars that are struggling with parts tonight, the better for us. I want to try and score as many points as we can as in the next few races. We missed out on a few potential points last night, but we'll see what happens tonight. Now that the car is looking a bit more competitive as well, we can start thinking about trying to go for pole positions again without the fear of immediately dropping all the way down the grid and confidence dropping like a stone. There are bonus points for qualifying this season. Must remember that, because I do keep forgetting. Pole position here, pole position there could make all the difference at the end of the season. Alright, let's get ready for qualifying.
Hello and welcome to the much anticipated qualifying session.
Qualifying consists of 3 periods, with the slowest drivers eliminated after each one. With the pressure mounting, who can secure a strong starting position for the race? We saw some disappointing lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
Fortunately for us, it's nearly time for them to hit the track.
All right, we need to put those good bits back in the car. There we go. We're going to go 1 flying lap, see what kind of pace we have, and then we can adjust from there. You'll see our starting confidence levels looking higher now that our drivers have had more time to bond with their engineers. So 100% at the moment for Donna is right on the cusp of very high confidence. It's just fractionally just inside very high confidence. As the season progresses, she will get more and more comfortably in that window for 100% setups or 100% confidence as the season progresses, as her time with her engineer increases. And Embry, a little bit behind. Don't forget, she missed the first 2 races of the season for us because we had Carmen Jimenez for the first 2 rounds. So she will be up there very soon as well. Another couple of races and she will be into the very high confidence for her starting bracket. Of course, the higher that is, then the better our default pace will be if we're not getting overtakes or fast sectors. You know, our baseline pace will be getting nice +3, +4 bonuses, as opposed to a +1, maybe a +2.
I want to see good work on your tires.
It actually means to send them out a little bit further apart than that. Never mind.
You can bring the tyre in.
Position is good now. Charge your last corner.
And there'll be no one ahead.
Right. We are going to have a little bit of traffic to deal with, and it looks like we're going to catch it in a really crappy place as well. We head up the hill. To Casino Square, and we're getting close at Mirabeau, not quite there thankfully. Oh, and now Donna's getting held up here. Embry got through that without any issues, I think. Donna lost maybe a tenth or 2 there. Actually probably a couple of tenths at least. Through the chicane. We head it into the swimming pool. the main straight. How quick are times? There we go. 0.6 of a second difference. That's partly slipstream, partly not being held up, partly the chassis. All combining to be about 0.6 difference there. I don't think the gap is that big between the two. I think if we'd run them in clean air, and now we're getting in the way of the Haas. Really badly in the way of the Haas. Ooh. Yeah, had we been running a bit more separated in clean air without the hold-ups, I think maybe a tenth or two between the two in Embry's favour. So we might need to run Donner again, but I think that should hopefully be good enough to get Embry through. We'll keep an eye on the rest of the grid's pace. Leclerc do across the line. Oh wow, he is much quicker than us. Although he did get a slipstream from the Haas for quite a good slipstream for the second half of the lap as well. So maybe that's not a completely representative time. Let's keep an eye on Verstappen. Has looked a step slow in practice. Is that Hajar or Behrman? That's Behrman. Behrman has looked a little quick through practice. Let's see what time he can post. No traffic through the Lowe's hairpin. Might get a little bit of traffic at the end. Gee. He might get away with it. It's going to be tight. I think he might just get away with this. Into the Raskas. And through Anthony Noakes. Yeah, he's got away with that. Right, so how quick is Behrman? Slower than Embry by a couple of tenths. So that might not be a representative time for Leclerc, but although I'd say, looking at his time in FP1 on hards, he had the potential to be very quick tonight. Let's speed time up. Yeah, Max not looking amazingly quick. I'm not convinced that is a true representative time for Leclerc. I think that's slipstream boosted, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. It just makes it a little tricky to figure out exactly what kind of pace we're up against. Alright, I'm going to send Donner out now. Oh, we've got her out behind. Oh, Leclerc. That's handy. Wasn't looking at that. I was looking at where all the outlaps and inlap cars are. Ocon was the only outlap. He might be... No, he's not going to be a problem. He's only just come out of Mirabeau now. He's in the John Lowe hairpin at the moment. Norris crosses the line to complete his flying lap. He goes up to 5th place. Yeah, Donner definitely needs to run again. She's not safe. Embry is. Embry's definitely safe. So this will be interesting actually. Charles Leclerc out on brand new tyres. Let's see if he goes better on this lap than he did against the Haas. I think he might improve in Sector 1. He may improve... No, I don't think he will improve in Sector 2. And I don't think he'll improve in Sector 3 either. I think he may well improve in Sector 1, but I think that might be the only sector he improves in. That's my personal belief. Let's see how he does. They did not improve in the first sector. Neither did Donna, which is a little concerning. She should improve in the middle sector because she got held up quite badly through this section here. No improvement for Leclerc. Donna has improved. She's now the car in danger as well. 15th. Keeping it tight. Have we found enough time to get through? Yes, comfortably. Okay, so we did lose a lot of time at the end of that lap. Much better. And there you go, there's the 2/10 that I thought we might be at. No improvement for Charles Leclerc, so he definitely got a slipstream enhanced lap. So the question is, how quick is he without the slipstream? And is pole position actually a viable target tonight? Evening, Anthony. All right, let's have a look lower down the grid. Hajar is on a flying lap. He had that big wreck at the end of FP2. Put his car back together, but has he got a damaged powertrain as a result? Can he drag his car out of Q1? Yes, he can. It's not amazingly safe. Giovinazzi, Maloney, Pourchaire all have the potential to jump him, as does Schumacher. Ocon is definitely out. Magnussen is definitely out. There's Tsunoda tucked up behind a Red Bull. And that's Max on an outlap, so Max has potentially held up Yuki there. That might be the difference between Tsunoda getting through and going out. There's Albon. He's going to hit some traffic as well. I think Albon might be going out here. Here comes Yuki. Did I have a good holiday weekend? It wasn't too bad. Played a bit of Helldivers. Got up to level 100. Knocked off a load of the challenges in this game. The race replays and exclusive scenarios and stuff. Knocked a few of those out. Didn't really do that much. How about yourself? Yuki is up into 12th, so he is currently through, but there are 3 cars all trying to improve right behind him. Giovinazzi's just starting a flying lap. Okay, I thought he was up finishing one. Let's have a look. Is that the same then for these two? I thought these were finishing their cars. Yeah, Pourchaire is out. Maloney through for now, but might be about to be knocked out. Ocon does not improve. What can Schumacher do? Been a miserable season for Mick. Oh, Max goes second. Mick goes up to 7th. Good show of pace at last. Magnussen apparently came out. I didn't spot it and managed to start a flying lap. I thought he was out. And he just sneaks through. Giovinazzi is eliminated, along with both the Haas cars, Ocon and Albon. It's a surprise to see Ocon all the way down in 19th. He's been pretty quick so far. McLaren has looked pretty pacey this year. And Max just fractionally quicker than Embry, who didn't do a second run. So we have got front-running potential here. Go out on the used tyres again. Try and give them a little bit more separation this time.
Fuck is green.
Schumacher has just popped out a little bit in front of Embry. But she's far enough behind that I don't think the slipstream is going to happen. So that's good because I want to see baseline pace here.
You can bring the tyre in.
Yeah, Mick is comfortably far enough ahead to not give us a slipstream.
Track is clear. Charge your place corner.
And track is now clear.
Right, it should be a clean run for Donna, and Embry will get into, will get through Sandervot before Behrman gets in the way. That's good. Mick is quicker than Donna. And Embry. So Mick flying. Is he on new tyres? No, he's not. Yeah, Mick is flying on this lap. He is going to beat Donna and Embry. So Mick's going to go top after this first run. Unless we can pull out an almighty final sector here.
You need to stay negative in your in-lap, please. Charge on in box. Charge on in box.
Hey,
Drive to the delta.
that is a surprise to see Embry so much slower. Was not expecting that. Was not expecting that at all. is Embry so slow? The only thing I can think of was maybe she didn't get the tyres quite up to temperature. Didn't think to check that. I'm going to send them out for another lap. Same tyres.
Okay, good braking, please.
Now I can see you finding some pace in your restarted McLaren series. Behrman's top, Max just behind. 1,000th shy of a 10th. Yeah, Embry's pace not there at the moment, so how much did she benefit from that slipstream if this is her actual pace? She's got to go quicker on this run, surely.
So we are good for traffic. Charge your place corner.
Track clear.
So with the tyres having taken a bit of punishment, I don't expect an improvement from Donna. I do expect an improvement from Embry. She is up in the first. Let's check the splits. So let's see, 17.9 up by half a tenth in the first sector over Donna. .31.4, again no improvement. .31.3, that's tenth and a bit. So she's up by about 2/10 now on Donna's time.
P5, P5. Okay, that's a good time.
19.0 and a 19.1. So she has improved, but is still off the pace a little bit.
This is currently P7.
New tyres will help. We will do one run on new tyres. I mean, I could potentially take the gamble and try and stay in the pits. But it would be a gamble. Looking at the margin, we're only a tenth and a half away from safety, or from being eliminated. Leclerc is probably going to improve. Hajar may improve. Russell will probably set a decent time. Norris yet to set a time. They're on their first laps now. They've left it late. Gotta figure that Stroll and Piastri are going to improve as well. Norris goes top, and Russell has gone to 6th. So yeah, looking at those margins there, definitely made the right decision going out again. There's a lot of cars that can improve. Oscar's on a personal best. He's had a clear lap as well, no traffic to contend with. And goes 3rd. Embry now, car in danger. Donna not that far away from safety either. She's only a 10th clear of Stroll. Who is on a flying lap. Oh no, got a Mercedes just popped out in front of me. I'm going to catch him at Mirabeau. Ah, disaster. No improvement in the first sector for Donna yet, which is disappointing. Just getting held up. This is a disaster. I'm aborting the lap. We'll call her in and immediately send her straight back out again. No improvement for Embry. So I get a little worried that we might not get through with both cars here. No improvement in the middle. Is this it? Is this all she's got in pace? Haven't got the fuel to do another lap. She improved a little bit in the final sector, but was it enough? Have a look. Did she actually improve? She found a couple of tenths in the final sector. Or 10th and a half. Did not improve her overall time. Donna now on the bubble. Embry is out. So we're not going to get both into Q3. But we are in the conversation for points. Maybe I should have just gone for the slipstream. But I wanted to see just what our pace actually was. So we've lost a little bit of money with the sponsors. But as long as we don't drop below 12, I'll be okay with that. Because that will keep the streak going. Hajar gets a little slipstream from Donna at the end there, but doesn't improve enough. Only goes up to 13th.
Okay, we take the flag.
Again, no improvement in the first sector. I think this is it for us in terms of pace. This is all we've got. Can we hang on to 10th? Yeah, that's it. Very close between the two drivers. But we are just lacking a little bit. All right, need to swap pads. There we go. Right then. Not expecting miracles in this session, but we'll see if we can sneak a slipstream. When we do one lap on those tyres at the end. We're just going to do one lap on these tyres right at the beginning to get a good confidence boost, and then we'll see what we can what we can steal at the end of the session.
Flag is green.
So this time's going to be slow. But at least it is going to be clean. No traffic to deal with. 108.8, not a great time.
Take it easy in your in-lap.
Quicker than Sonoda though. Very surprised by that. Maybe he got hell with traffic, who knows. So I think this is Leclerc starting his flying lap. Oh no, it wasn't. And that's a quick time. It's a very quick time. That is an unbeatable time, I think. Yeah, wow. So now would be a decent time to head out, just waiting for one of the Red Bulls to do that. But really, you know, Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris or Russell. It's going to be tricky with Norris, given that his garage is only 2 up from us, or 2 down from us. Here comes Behrman. Not a bad time from Behrman. Here we go. Tucked up right behind Charles Leclerc. Can we pull off something special? I'm amazed we're not the slowest car at the moment.
So focus on braking, on tires.
And here we go.
We have a big gap in front of us. Charge your last corner.
Shit, Schumacher's coming out of the garage. Oh, he's going to get in the way. God damn it. No. That's cost us. That's cost us a couple of tenths. And look at the gap to Leclerc already now as a result of that. He slipped through relatively quickly. We didn't. He's still getting improvement though. Still just about playing onto a little bit of a slipstream in places. Down in the middle. Oh, that's not good. That's killed us. Question is now, how much of an improvement do we get in the first? Well, we improved by 3/10, but it could have been so much more
That's a good lap.
if we hadn't been caught out by Schumacher there. That sucks. And we end up the slowest car, which I had a feeling might be the case. I just didn't want to watch my car time just slowly tumble down into the bottom. That's why we sped things up there. Right. Not too bad. 10th and 11th. 10th and 11th. We've got the opportunity to maybe do something in this race.
Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Monaco can hand out unpredictable results, just like in 1982, when 4 race leaders hit trouble. Riccardo Patrese eventually claimed the win after managing to restart his stalled car by himself with a downhill bump start.
What can we expect from that man right there, Charles Leclerc?
Oh, there's no doubt they'll be delighted to be at the front of the grid. It's a well-deserved pole position and a great opportunity to bring home the silverware.
And you can't get much more excitement than this on race day. It's the Monaco Grand Prix.
So, quick weather update. It has got quite dark and wet. There are flood warnings in parts of Nottingham for this evening. So, hopefully, internet will not be affected. But if the image quality starts to drop, we have got a storm rolling in. So, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Right. We're going to go with a 2-stop strategy, as I often do here at Monaco, because it is actually pretty effective. And we have got the tyres for it. And this will give us wiggle room to push those tyres We could try and go for the one stop, but I think we'd be better served being more aggressive. Embry has the worst tyre wear, doesn't she? Go. Right, we'll go with 2 laps of fuel extra. We are going to go very hard off the line and then probably immediately slam the anchors on after about half a lap. So if we haven't made up a position by Mirabeau, we're unlikely to on lap 1 or lap 2 for that matter. So let's send them to the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix.
The streets of Monte Carlo are ready as the drivers prepare for the 78 laps of the Monaco Grand Prix. The Williams driver, their attention purely on the race now.
It's going to take a fine strategy and a focused drive if they're to move forward from P15.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. It's time for one of the most exciting races in the world. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Let's try to see what we can do.
It's time to try and start overtaking cars in front.
We have to protect those tires.
And recharge on, recharge on.
All right, let's have a look. So hard tyres. A lot of hard tyres in front of us. Leclerc, Schumacher, Piastri, Tsunoda, Verstappen. If Russell can get through quickly, got a chance to try and break away a little bit here, which he needs to if he's on the softs. We got hard tyres behind us. That helps. That should reduce the pressure. Mediums in front, which means we've got the potential to move forward a little bit as well. Wow, Schumacher's in third. What a great qualifying session for him. And already a gap has opened up. Just saving the battery. We'll start deploying it towards the end of the lap. So over the weekend, one of the races I ran was the 2023 race replay of this, and I ran as Red Bull for 2 reasons. One,
Okay, we need some deploy.
I knew I could just set and forget with Max, and 2, Perez started this one pretty much at the back, and I wanted to see if I could get him up onto the podium by the end of the race, and there was wet weather at the end of the race as well, and I managed to get him up to 4th, and it was quite interesting cutting him through the field, running this strategy against a lot of one-stops. But with a mix of 2 stops in there as well. So that was kind of an interesting little experiment.
Battery is high.
Let the tyres come back to you.
You've got everything. You've got everything. Press on hold available.
So hopefully,
Let's try to take opportunity.
Joe is going to be almost out, if not out of battery now.
And overtake is available.
Let's see if we can jump him here. Oh, easy as you like. Beautiful stuff. There we go.
Just manage your tires, please.
So she's already maxed on confidence, which is excellent. Embry, not there yet. Behrman and Verstappen squabbling in front of Donna. And this is where it gets a little trickier, because with the race replay I did on Monday, I did it yesterday. The tricky thing here is that I've got to juggle two cars with the Sunday race replay or Monday race replay I did. I could just focus entirely on Perez for pretty much the entire race.
Try and pick our way through Joe ahead.
Much easier to cut the way through the field, because I'm now missing a potential opportunity to try and push Donna through against Ollie by focusing here on Embry, trying to get her up. Trying to squeeze up the inside. Nope, that's been shut down, so I need to calm that down again. Switch our attention back to Donna.
Time to push on these tyres.
See if we can catch out one of these two into the chicane after the tunnel.
Cool the car, please.
With these two side by side, there's just nowhere to go. Oh, can I slip up the inside at no? No, had to back out enough, but I might get Max here.
Cool the car.
Nah, not this lap. So again, let's go back into harvest mode.
Okay, to pick up the pace.
Checking with Embry, rebuilding her battery. No pressure from behind, because Stroll's on those hard tyres. Stroll having to fight off the jar, also on hard tyres. So this gives us a little bit of respite. We're going to go for an undercut, obviously, by running these softs. We're going to undercut pretty much everybody, potentially, if we can keep good pace. There's already a big gap opened up between second and third. Piastri's got past Schumacher, but that gap's now 4 seconds. I don't want to cook these tyres too hard too soon, because then we are going to struggle to make any real progress. So I have to balance, you know, attacking with maintaining. And I have to try and cherry pick my opportunities. Can't focus on both cars at the same time when they're so close to each other. Just don't have time to flip between the two sets of menus. Well, Donna has got a chance here because Max is out of DRS, so let's go for that. And now Zhou is out of range, so we can go for that as well. Hopefully she's got natural pace to get through without us having to intervene. Max did get the DRS. And we couldn't get through. But Embry has got through. Excellent stuff. And again, we've got to go straight back into calming the car down. And this is why I have that extra fuel, so that I can help keep the pace up while I'm trying to rebuild the batteries in the car and get those tyre temps under control. We can still be quite heavy on the brakes and keep that pace up a little bit higher than if we were running at standard fuel pace. Those front two really have bolted, haven't they? And this is because George is leading, so he's pushing that soft tyre pace at the front, and Leclerc is staying with him. So if George is two-stopping, then this is Leclerc's race. If he's one-stopping, it's still probably Leclerc's race. It all depends how well Russell can stay with Leclerc when his tyres degrade and Charles gets in front of him, because that will happen. Again, Max is starting to look a little vulnerable. We can pick the opportunity. Might be able to do something.
Recharge on is okay, please.
Start to close that gap up again. Want to get right on his gearbox for the end of the lap.
You can push on tires. We're good on tires.
I think he got the DRS again, but we can but hope. This time, can we get him
Keep cooling the car.
into Sandoval? Not quite. Ah, it's so tough to get past him. Have a lunge. Nope. So once again, we have to immediately calm the car down. But we've put him under pressure, so he's out of DRS at the moment. Is he going to push hard enough to get back in? I think he is. Yeah, he's comfortably back in. Look at that. That's frustrating. So we're kind of stuck here for a bit.
Just be careful with this tyre.
We are losing the best life out of this tyre, unfortunately. And getting little to no benefit from it. Donna's confidence has taken a couple of little nibbles from all those failed overtakes. Once again, Max is currently out of range, but no doubt will be back in again by the end of the lap. Kind of lapping to Schumacher's pace at the moment, and we do have a small opportunity here.
Overtake available.
I think Max just snuck back in again. No, we didn't. So this time we have an opportunity.
Okay, keep cooling the car now.
We sail alongside, up the inside at Sanderbox, and we are through. There we go. Right, so again, let's calm those tyres down, ease down the battery. Not going to go into harvest. Because we're still outside of range of Behrman and Norris. And there we go. Now we're in range again. And we've got an opportunity to maybe break that gap.
Can use overtake.
And give Embry an opportunity to get through here. Yeah, we've broken the DRS, so we can now try and maneuver Embry through as well. Easy as you like. There we go. We are through.
Drop the pace now, please.
So 8th and 9th. 2 places gained for each driver. A long way to go. Still got another 66 laps left. So 65 laps left after this one. Embry's in range.
And recharge on.
And we drop Max. Temporarily. He will close up, I'm sure of that.
Charge on, charge on.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
You can keep the pace up on this compound.
Evening Cloud, more overtakes in the real Grand Prix. Yeah, probably. There were some, but not many. So Piastri is back in front of Schumacher, and that's up the pace again a little bit at the front.
Recharge on.
So we're lapping about the same pace as Norris and Behrman. We're just not close enough to get that DRS. So let's burn the battery to close up.
You've got everything, press on hold available.
And then we'll have an opportunity to recharge it. The other option is I let Embry through. Because she has got a full battery, almost. Mendon's practically there now. So probably just keep her behind for now.
Okay, charge on.
Press overtake. And recharge on now is okay, please.
Cool. Norris and Sonoda swapping places. Norris up to 5th now. Donna has closed that gap. Let's start to rebuild the battery.
Charge on for now.
I think we might have made all the progress we're going to make on this set of tyres, unfortunately. We might have to wait now until the pit stop. It's a little early to bring them in. I'm going to let Embry through so I can try and recharge Donna without slowing Embry up. It's just finding the right spot to do that now. In his use. So hopefully we can get this done on the exit of the chicane. Nope. Donna's finally suddenly picked her pace up. It's like, I don't want to be overtaken. All right, we'll do this the hard way.
And overtake is available.
There we go.
So recharge on.
Got to make sure that Donna stays close enough to get the toe. Otherwise, she's vulnerable to Max, and increasingly vulnerable now that our tyres are wearing out. Max's hards are still in very good condition. So instead, let's try and use Embry to push the pace just in front a little bit on the DRS stones, knowing that Donna can catch back up again under braking with the DRS.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Next thing, we are starting to just drop away from Behrman and Co. Norris up to 4th now, has got past Schumacher. So we're just going to go into maintenance mode now. Can't really do much more without completely destroying these tyres. We have got a little bit of rubber left to play about with, but not a huge amount.
We will want a little bit of Lyco.
And I need to protect here against Max.
Charge on.
Here we go. Pit window is approaching.
Okay, charge on.
Time to push on these tyres.
So a pit stop now is going to bring us out just in front of Albon. I do mean just. Sixth and Hungary, congrats.
And recharge on is okay, please.
Charge on.
Question is, can he convert that to points?
On charge on.
It's time to use any pace you have.
We need to push. Charge on.
Stroll has dropped down to 14th. Magnussen's got himself up to 12th. We're going to see Giovinazzi Porsche boxing very soon. They've just burnt their tyres out, unable to make any real progress.
Charge on. Let's try to take opportunity.
So I'm going to box Embry next lap. I'm going to box Donna this lap.
Box this lap.
Slight change to strategy, just simply because we burned Donna's tyres harder at the start, trying to punch past Max.
Box, box.
Let the tyres come back to you. so we are happy to push. Can use overtake.
Just trying to make sure that Max can't get a run on Embry.
You can consider a little bit of anti-deploy where you can.
There we go. First pit stop then.
Recharge
2.6. It's not stellar. It'll do. Did we get out in front of Alex?
That would be clear.
Who has yet to stop. We do kind of need to. And we do. There we go. Good stuff. Right. Embry is being caught very quickly by Max. Not that surprising. We've got a little gap now for Donna to find some pace.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Max is going to get the DRS off the back of Embry. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately.
No need to push the tyres.
Just gives him a nice little speed boost on the main straight. Giovinazzi is coming in behind us. 2.5, a little bit better.
Press overtake.
Okay, charge on, charge on. Look after the tires. Charge on, charge on. Okay, we need some deploy.
So this is the period where we have to really be on it. We've got a lot of traffic in front that is on a mixture of dead and dying tyres. Sainz is going to be in almost any lap now. Ocon's only going to be out for another few laps himself, but the hard tyres are going to be out there for a while. We've got to punch through them quickly. Porsche sets a new fastest lap. He's out on brand new softs. We're going to go for that at the end of the race on our new softs then.
Charge on.
Just be careful with this tyre.
There we go. Let's start to slowly roll up. Don't need to go
Recharge on
overboard.
Now is okay, please.
Want to have some battery and plenty of tyre. Punch past those hards. We should be lapping at a pretty comfortable pace compared to them once we settle everything down. If we're not, then we're going to struggle in the final stint. A lot of representative times for our drivers there because they were using battery. This is the important lap. This determines just what kind of pace I've got over the cars I'm chasing. We are rocking up to the back of Ocon pretty quickly. Would be nice to get an overtake on him before he boxes. Give both drivers an extra boost to their confidence.
We need a bit of recharge of the battery.
$13.5. That's not as quick as I was hoping. Really not as quick as I was hoping. We'll get Donna fully charged up and then we'll switch positions and see what pace she's got.
Charge on.
There is Magnussen into the pits. And Sainz I was expecting. And Ocon's in as well.
Also pitted.
Okay. .13.0, that's a bit better. Still not lapping anywhere near as fast as I was hoping we would.
Battery is high.
Porsche is steamrolling up to the back of us on those soft tyres.
Charge off.
Come on, Embry, move over. There we go. Let's see what kind of pace Donna's got. Any kind of safety car now or a red flag is going to be an utter disaster for us.
Recharge on.
Because everybody will get a change of tyres. Russell's still out there. Russell's going for a one stop. I think everyone in front of us is going for a one stop. And we're not quick enough. to make this two-stop work, it seems. We're barely catching Maloney, who's in clear air. It's a good stop from Russell. He's got us beat by a country mile tonight. That's a bit better. 1:12.8. It's a bit more like it. So Donna has a little bit more pace. Embry can stay closer for longer. She's got the better aero performance, so she can stay tucked up. So this is our running order. Donna ahead of Embry for the rest of the race.
So recharge on.
$13.9 and $13.7 for Stroll and Maloney. $13.0 for Donna. It's better. It's a bit more like it. Porsche is still half a second quicker than us though. And I'm starting to worry about where we're actually going to finish. Because we should be going quicker than this. Or at least we should be going quicker than this in comparison to everybody in front of us. And we're just not closing up as much as I thought we would. As much as we need to. Don't want to burn the battery this early. Because we're going to need it to punch through some of those hard tyre runners. But we're just not making the progress. I have to up the tyre pace a little bit.
So absolutely no risk.
Concerned. Thought we would be quicker than this. I was really expecting us to be quicker than this. Norris is in. And Behrman. Okay, so how far behind Behrman are we? Not sure. Can we get out in front of him? I hope so. We need to. He's going hard tyres to the end.
Overtake available.
I have to beat him into Sander Botts, and we do just. Ooh, that was a lot closer than I would have liked. So Schumacher is currently far enough ahead that if he boxes this lap, he might. Actually, no, we are closing that gap quickly now. We're pushing on this lap. If we hadn't pushed, we wouldn't have gone out in front of Behrman, and Schumacher would be able to get out in front of us if he boxes on this lap as well. Which he probably won't do, but not ideal. Driver confidence has started dipping because we haven't been getting any overtakes in.
That was a very good lap.
And we can have recharge on, please.
Charge on.
Norris has pitted and come out in front of us. That's another car that we're going to struggle against now. But we're now only 16 seconds behind Schumacher, and we've just about got to the point where we can cover off Tsunoda as well. Almost, not quite. But now we're at the mercy of the cars in front of us.
Charge on. Charge on.
Getting past Russell is going to be very tricky. Same with Norris. Kind of need them to start pushing forward themselves.
A little bit more like her, please.
Right, Zhou's in the pits. Almost covered off Piastri now. We have covered off Tsunoda just. We have to get past these cars in front and start punching forward if we want to rescue this two-stop.
Charge on.
All I can hope is that our grip in the corners
And just recharge off whenever's good.
will give us a real chance. Let's see if we can punch past Russell here.
Oh, we can cancel lift off. Oh, we can use the deploy.
Go for it under braking. Nope.
Reminder, a little bit of lift off where you can.
Yeah, we're stuck. Ah.
Take those tires.
This is the problem with Monaco.
Let the tyres come back to you.
Behrman has suddenly caught us up as well. The pace has really dropped off a bit in front of us. If we can't find a way through, and we're in trouble.
Charge on.
Evening, Daniel. Red flag.
Red flag, red flag.
Oh, wow. What has happened? Maloney. Is that coming out of the pits or no? Oh, that's a really heavy crash. And that has just destroyed our chances of good points, I think.
And you can just feel the frustration from the team watching on the monitors.
So, we're now down a net position on where we started. I can't make the softs last that long, I don't think. Not be competitive. We're going to have to go on the mediums, I think. Tight. Hopefully we'll get another VSC or safety car, something that will allow us to put those softs on without being overly penalised and letting everyone else do exactly the same. So it needs to be a safety car. If it's a red flag, everyone will just put softs on. See what everyone else does.
After a pause in this race, we are all set.
I'm seeing a lot of mediums.
Once more. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Really wish we could do all this before we actually get back on the grid. I really hope that's going to be something that they'll factor in to the new game. Right, so Norris has gone hard, or stayed on those hards that he just put on. Maybe we should have gone hards. Too late now. Oh wow, we got a good launch here with Donna. Oh! Embry's in the wall. Did she get pushed off or did she just go wide? What happened? Is she out? Major chassis damage. Yeah, she's pretty much out. Damn it. There goes my other new chassis.
And now we've had a crash. Now this was the Alfa Romeo.
Oh, don't tell me Behrman whacked us into the wall.
And you can see how the cars come together.
Kind of.
And that won't do their confidence any good.
I think we might get penalised for that. A little bit of contact.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing.
Sent Embry straight on. And that is a full-on safety car, I think.
So we're going to box this lap.
Yeah, that's a full-on safety car. Oh dear. Terrible restart. I'm just waiting for the penalty to pop up as well. Well, this will at least help Donna with her tyres, but... yeah, not good, not good.
Battery is full.
Great restart for Donna, up 3 places. What do I think of the F1 season so far? Yeah, it's been interesting. I don't think the Red Bull is quite as... yeah, there's the penalty, look. Knew it. I don't think it's all abandoned ship disaster, etc. For Red Bull just yet, but very bumpy tracks are going to hurt them. I expect them to be weak at Singapore again, and maybe a couple of other places, but I think they'll still be very competitive for the most part this season. But it is nice to get a bit more of a variation in the running order. Nice to see Ferrari looking a bit more competitive. Nice to see McLaren looking competitive. Could make this a little bit more interesting. More of a three-way fight for the constructors for a change. Big points fall against Red Bull for both Ferrari and McLaren. But with Max only finishing down in, what was it, 5th or 6th in the end? 6th, I think. Let's see, it was Charles, Lando, no, Charles, Oscar, Carlos, Lando. Was it George in 5th? I'm trying to remember who was in 5th. But I know George was ahead of Max. And obviously Perez, getting completely wiped out by Magnussen. Meant that no points were earned by him either.
Give us a bit more lift off, please.
Like a bit of extra fuel. So we're doing a Williams at the moment, just smashing up every new chassis we get our hands on. I think Perez is close to losing his seat at Red Bull. Well, I think that's a little dramatic. It was not his fault at all. It was entirely Magnussen's fault for that smash. I mean, yeah, he didn't do himself any favours getting knocked out, but the margin itself for getting out and getting through wasn't that big. The Red Bull was not good at all at Monaco. So I don't think he'll live or die by that result. But it obviously doesn't do him much favour. Do you think it was Perez at fault? There was no way was it Perez at fault. That was entirely Magnussen's fault. He had absolutely no business sticking his nose up there on the opening lap at the back of the grid. What did he expect he was going to do? Suddenly managed to just outpower the Red Bull up the hill. Not a chance. That was entirely his fault, and the only reason he didn't get a penalty was because it was a first lap incident, out of the first corner. If that had been on lap 2, that would have been a penalty point and a race ban for Magnussen, guaranteed. The only reason, they even said in their stewards' decision, the only reason that it was effectively, deemed a racing incident was because it was the first lap. Where do I think Sainz will end up next year? Who knows at this point? I mean, he's talking to everybody. The option of McLaren sorry, Mercedes is there. Red Bull, the option is there. He's been in talks with Williams, although whether he'll go there or not, I don't know. Audi obviously want him as their signature driver for next season. And you can't rule out the opportunity for Lance Stroll to be eventually kind of pushed into a different racing series. Maybe Daddy Stroll will eventually just say enough's enough. If you want to continue racing, go race somewhere else. You know, go race it, you know, in WEC or something like that. But who knows? I mean, that's unlikely, but I mean, it's not impossible. So there may possibly be a seat at Aston. That would be an interesting pairing of Sainz and Alonso. Like Senna said, if you don't go for a gap, you're no longer a racing driver. Oh, that has been taken out of context so much. You know, that was an excuse he came up with to justify taking Prost out at Suzuka in 1990, and he admitted a year later that he deliberately did that, you know, as revenge for the previous season when Prost took him out at the Casio Triangle. Much as I love Senna, that was not good on his part. You know, what he did there, that was reckless and, you know, shouldn't have happened.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Get ready.
See if I can
Let's try to get in.
jump Stroll here off the restart.
We will not need liftoff. Okay, so the safety car is in the last corner.
Whoa!
Okay, so
What
that
the
will be racing
fuck?
from the line. Cool the car.
The fuck happened there?
Along the straight here. The opportunity begging to be taken.
What is that shit?
And as a result,
Oh, great.
Need to drop the pace.
That puts me under a bit more pressure. I was looking at moving forward. Jumping Stroll. Now I've got Russell in front of me, who is quicker than me. And I've got a maniac behind me, who is potentially going to take me out. Lovely stuff.
On click overtake this.
Well, we have the fastest lap at the moment. Whether we'll keep that or not, I don't know. That's worth an extra couple hundred grand. But, you know, once again, we're going to have an expensive repair bill after this race. And not really any time to turn things around either. We've only got 4 days till the next race. I think we're going to have to emergency manufacture parts. And that's going to cost us an arm and a leg. just going to further delay getting future upgrades and refurbishments done on the car development facilities. Russell's pushing Stroll.
TRS enabled. Okay, charge on.
I'm looking forward to F1 Manager 24. Of course I am. You know how much I love this game. The next one's going to be even better. So, yeah, of course I'm looking forward to it.
You've got everything, press on
Right,
hold
Stroll
available.
might be vulnerable to a Russell overtake here. You didn't get the new F1 Manager F1 game today. Yeah, it's getting a lot of polarizing opinions, that game. I'm not at all surprised that people are complaining about the handling. It's the same team that did the handling for F1 22, which was wildly unpopular. I didn't like F1 22 at all.
Drop down the pace now. Charge on. Charge on.
Right, can I punch past
Okay, we need
Stroll
some
here?
Cool the car, please.
Nope.
Just manage your tires, please. We have margin to push a bit more.
Alright. This time, we've got to get him
We can still do it.
before he gets back into that DRS zone. We're too far away. I think he's pushing again. Oh yeah, he's pushing. He's pushing. Just started to, go on a hot lap.
Charge on.
What happened to Plum? She got taken out. Well, I say got taken out. There was contact with Behrman on the restart into Sander Bot. They touched wheels. It sent her careering straight on and into the barrier. So she didn't make the first turn of the restart, unfortunately. Bonner made a great start, up 3 places, and then inexplicably just drove through the barriers to let Russell through on the restart from the safety car. Yeah, very, very weird that. I'm not quite sure why that happened.
Charge on. Charge on. Let's try to take opportunity.
Right, this is an all or nothing move now.
Overtake available. Keep cooling the car.
There we go.
We don't have enough battery.
Here's the replay. Heading to Saint-Avoz. There's the
One's
opening.
dying. And on charge. Comfortably up the inside.
And as a result, 8th place is theirs.
And we're back to where we were under the safety car.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
Confidence is improving as well. And we are closing in on the back of George. Let's really push the tyres so we can drop Stroll in the process. I think we just made it on both counts. Yes, we did.
Manage your tires.
Alright, we do have very little wiggle room on these tyres. Norris not really proving the stumbling block. He can actually be a real problem in about 15-20 laps time.
And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
Ran out of battery last lap. This lap we'll actually have enough. Needed to make sure we stayed in range for this this last couple of corners. There we go. We'll try and look after the tyres a little bit now.
We have to protect those tires.
And the battery at the same time. This is going to be tricky. Now, managing the car, I would like more than 8th place.
Charger. Okay, you can pick up the pace.
Can't lose that DRS.
Or you can use the deploy.
I'll lose that, I'm snookered.
Let's try to get him. And keep an eye on your battery. Need to drop the pace.
This is my concern now, is that we're going to end up melting our tyres just trying to stay with these guys. But if we can at least pull a gap. Then it gives us a little bit of breathing room for the last few laps. And you can see we're 6 seconds ahead of Magnussen and co. That gap keeps opening up at this kind of rate. Then a late VSC might present the opportunity for a quick dash onto sprints, onto softs, and a sprint at the end. missing out on that. DRS again. Russell's going to line up a move on Norris. There goes our fastest lap. Damn it, that was worth a bonus point. 1:10.8, that's a second faster than we're doing right now, and we're pushing the tyres a bit, so I think that's gone. I don't think we'll regain that. Somehow Norris managed to hold off George.
Need to drop the pace.
Can we please stay close enough? I don't mind just being patient and trickle charging the battery, but I can't keep pushing the tyres just to stay in range, or else this is going to be over very quickly. Right, we're still in range.
Charge on.
Save the tiniest amount of battery that we can.
Box now.
And it hasn't worked. I was expecting Russell to get held up by Norris. It's not long enough straight for that. Ah, man, I just screwed us over. Oh, Russell's through. Got to push those tyres again, much as I don't want to. Ah, they're down to 69% already. Losing a lot of grip on the cars behind. They'll start to come back at us at this rate. Pit stop now is going to bring me out behind Ocon, but ahead of Albon. Not much ahead of Albon, but ahead of him.
Just keep looking after your tires. Charge on.
Maybe we can sit like this. Maybe. Evening, James. You've never seen anyone play a career in manager this long. Well, we've got another 2.5 seasons before we started hardcore mode. So technically we're on season 9-ish. How even drops. We don't have the pace. Okay, so now I need to decide whether or not I destroy these tyres and box. I don't think that's a good idea with this track. So I think I just have to tough this out now and see how I can hold on to this 8th place. I was hoping for higher. Evening refill. Yeah, Russell pushed his pace. Look, broken Norris now. Maybe we can go back after Norris, but let's see. Can we close that gap back up? Seeing Stroll gaining on us. Not lucky today. Well, no, not really. We got a red flag at a point that did us no favours. It broke our strategy. And then on the restart, we lost a car immediately. So, yeah, mixed bag. We haven't had the pace that I was expecting today either, which has been disappointing.
Battery on the low side.
Still don't have the pace now. I think I'm going to have to box, I think. Get her onto a set of softs. I just don't have any pace on these mediums.
Let's go for it.
I've got too much fuel on board. I'm too heavy. I shouldn't have gone into fuel saving on the safety car either. At least we might be able to regain the fastest lap. Who knows, we might even be able to get some big overtakes in as well. We're only 10 seconds clear of Ocon, so we'll come out about 8 seconds behind him. We thrash these tyres for all they're worth and reduce the gap that we'll have to make up. We should have plenty of rubber. Behrman might struggle as well. Down to 44% on his tyres. He may have to box again if he's not lucky, if he's not careful. I'll have time to get back in the points if I can get the overtakes done, but it's getting the overtakes done. I will have a massive grip advantage though, and a pretty decent car. So fingers crossed. I'm taking a gamble because otherwise I'm just going to drop into the clutches of Stroll and co. if I don't do this. Need about 18 seconds or so for a decent stop. 18, 19 seconds. We are 13 seconds ahead of Ocon. No, 12 seconds ahead of Ocon. So we'll only have to make up about 6 seconds, which we can do in a couple of laps. If I can get past Norris as well, get a confidence boost, that will help. We have hunted him down. I still have enough time to abort this idea and just try and stay on the back of Norris as well. Or if I can get past him, try and move up a bit more and then hang on for dear life. So I'm not fully committed to boxing just yet. But I've got to make my mind up in the next lap or two. 15 laps is a long way to go. I think I'm probably going to go for it.
Charge on.
Let's try and get some battery in the car. On this lap. Try and get past Norris on the next lap. And then maybe box the lap after that. See, they're lapping in the 12s, so I'll be lapping in the 10s.
We'll have to do anti-deploy.
Norris has pushed his pace again. Yeah, I'm now committed to the pit stop. This is a real gamble, a massive gamble.
Okay, tires are hot. And it's gonna be box, 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 box.
I'm going to come out about 2 seconds or so behind, 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds behind Ocon to try and save some more battery
Charge
on the in-lap. But I'll get a quick overtake in on Ocon. And then I've got to push like crazy to get back onto the train. Oh, hello. I've actually caught back up. Stay out for another lap.
box, box.
Use the DRS just to help recharge. Cars behind are starting to close up the lap time difference. Much as I would love to try and stay out and get past a couple of these guys before I box again, the longer I stay out now, the harder it's going to be to fight back, because I'm just going to run out of time. So
Just manage your tires, please.
here we go. This needs to be a clean stop. Please be a clean stop and a quick stop, but more importantly, a clean stop. That'll do.
Watch your mirrors for cars coming
Might
through.
even get out ahead of Ocon here if I'm lucky. Well, no, he'll get out just in front of me. Oh, will he? Yeah. He just goes straight through me. That means I'll get an instant overtake on him.
can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit. Okay, keep cooling the car now.
All right, chase is on. Gets her confidence back up a little bit. Watch how quickly that gap just plummets to Giovinazzi. 4.5 seconds across the line. Taking half a second out of him, and more, almost a second out of him now on the run up to Mirabeau. There we go, that's a second in the first sector. Two seconds by the tunnel. It's 3 seconds by the swimming pool. This is a mighty lap. This is blitzing the field. Might even get DRS if I'm really lucky. No, not quite.
Very good lap.
109.6. Yeah, beat that.
Charge on. Let's try to take opportunity.
So much more speed through the corners. Can I get them both here? Can't get either of them. That's even worse. Going up the inside. No. Damn it. Giovinazzi's clearly quicker than Behrman right now. He's blitzing away. He's pushing. This will make it easier to get Behrman out of the, into the tunnel.
Okay, we need some deploy. Charger.
There we go, into peak confidence. Laps are ticking over. If I can get into the top 10, that is an extra point for the fastest lap. And look how much time I pulled out from Behrman, who has had to pit. So we got that overtaking just in time to get the confidence boost from that. We'll get Giovinazzi on this lap as well. And then it's after Sainz and Co. And they're in a train. So the three of them means points. That might be as high as I can go.
You've got everything. Press on hold available. Cool the car, please. Charge on. Charge on. And keep an eye on the battery.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Keep cooling the car. Five more laps. 5 more laps. And you can use the deploy.
Oh, you want me to go around the outside? I will go around the outside. And there we go. There's the points.
Charge on.
Come on, Donna. Everything you got now.
Four more.
It's the corners here where I'm going to make up all that time.
Charge on now, please. Overtake available. Three more laps. 3 more laps.
Oh, come on. Betterman just took the fastest lap from me. You bastard. I did say, beat that, and he did.
Charge on. Charge on. Update on tires, update on tires. On charge on.
So I've dropped a couple of points. I've dropped 3 points in the end because I'm not going to get the fastest lap back, I don't think, either.
Donc équipe une dernière batterie.
But I don't think I would have been able to hold off Stroll. And if I couldn't hold off Stroll, there's no way I would have been able to hold off Magnussen as well. Tyres just wouldn't have lasted. We were just unlucky again with the timing of a red flag this time, as opposed to the VSC last night. Kind of worked for Donna, didn't work for Embry. Tonight, the red flag didn't really help us. And then, Embry's retirement, just robbed us of being able to settle for, say, 8th and 9th or 9th and 10th, because we would have had that rear gunning action that we just didn't have on our own.
Is today's winner.
In the end, we were just a couple of laps short. Maybe if I'd gone a lap earlier, could have caught Magnussen. If I hadn't been able to, if I'd been able to cut through the traffic a little bit quicker, I could have got 9th maybe. Disappointed I didn't get the fastest lap. Thank you, Behrman. So yeah, instead of 4 points, 4 potential points for 8th, we ended up with 1 point. But it is points again. Just. And if we can be clever with our tyres at Barcelona, could be on for points there as well, because there's a long DRS straight on the front there. We've got good speed. We've got good DRS.
What an excellent performance
and
from the
really
Aston
good
Martin
downforce.
driver that was.
Question
I
is,
tell
have
you
we got
what,
the
they had
parts
to work hard for those
put
points
that,
today. What a phenomenal
back into
achievement that
practice?
is.
That makes it all worth it, doesn't it? Seeing your team ready to share the celebrations. Out and onto the podium steps Charles Leclerc, the driver from Monaco, really deserving of that top 3 spot.
Yeah, Leclerc wins his home race, and that's another
win
podium for
number one
Yuki.
of the season, and it's sure to provide them with a real
Second
confidence
place.
boost.
Always a special occasion here in the incomparable Monte Carlo. They'll be pushing the boat out here tonight, no doubt. So, Karun, with the garages full of activity, what's the mood like down at Aston Martin now?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And thank you everyone for joining us this weekend here in Monaco.
Formula One will be back to Europe for the next round, on the shores of the Mediterranean, with some heated competition to look forward to in Spain.
So then, confirmation of the final result. It's a win for Charles Leclerc ahead of Yuki Tsunoda, who gets back-to-back podiums, and Oscar is back up there as well in 3rd. Schumacher 4th. I think that's his best result of the season. Russell in 5th. Verstappen in 6th. Norris 7th. Stroll in 8th. Magnussen 9th. Donna does get the final point. Looking a bit further down, Porsche, good recovery race from him, up 7 places. Then it's Zhou, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Behrman, who had to make that last-minute stop for tyres and ended up stealing the fastest lap from us. And then Albon in 17th. And it's Embry, Isaac, and Zane who all failed to finish. Driver standings now look like this. Max Verstappen's lead is cut to 20 points as Charles Leclerc jumps Lando into 2nd place. Ocon stays 4th. Piastri up 2 places, level on points with Ocon now. Not quite with him there yet. That was the first win of the season for Lando. Norris is the other race winner. There's one other race winner, and it's Isaac, who is in 7th. And let's see, where are we? Donna drops a place, overtaken by Schumacher, who gets big points for him. So yeah, definitely his best result of the season. And Embry still down at the bottom in 19th. just ahead of Zane Maloney. Constructor standings, 214 points for Red Bull, solid points for them tonight. Not that many for McLaren, so the gap opens up a bit more. It's now 69 points. Getting larger and larger, that gap. Ferrari move above Alfa Romeo into second place, 25 points for them, no points for Alfa. Mercedes also get solid points. They move above Haas, up into fifth place. AlphaTauri, big points for them. They're on 52 now, just 8 points behind Haas in sixth place. And it's Alpine, Williams, Aston, just a point behind Williams. And that has dropped us down into last again in the standings. But we're only 3 points away from eighth place. And Alpine still got work to do, though, if we want to get seventh or higher this season. Into the pit stops, George with the fastest stop. Then it's McLaren second and third. Look at those times there, 2.2, 2.2, and then everybody else a long way behind. 2.3, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, into the 2.6s. No Red Bulls in there, no Alpha Tauris. They obviously did all their pit stops under the red flag. So we've actually kind of been a little fortuitous and got more points than we probably should have got tonight, thanks to that red flag in terms of the pit stop competition. Not the quickest of stops, but good enough for 22 points. Standings look like this then. No points gained for either of the top two teams. They stay 5 points apart. McLaren get a good haul of points into triple digits now and 81 points behind Red Bull. Ferrari in fourth. Aston, that's us, up 2 places into fifth. And yapping Mercedes a little bit, 13 points ahead of them. Alpine dropping down 2 places. Alfa Romeo get a point and move above Haas at the bottom of the standings. Let's take a look at the driver report cards. 11 and 16 going forward for Donna. Overtaking has been a little bit of a weakness for her today. 2 and 2 in defence. 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 for Embry. Her race cut very short, unfortunately. And no experience for Anne because we didn't run her in first practice. Didn't want to risk breaking the chassis that got broken. I'll make this stuff up. Sponsors. There you see we got the finish position streak. We shouldn't have got the finish position streak, so it's glitched and it's given us the money. I will take it. Thank you very much. We didn't get the fastest lap, but that was no penalty to us because it was just an incentive. We did get a qualifying position incentive, and then for the guarantees, we failed the finish position. We failed to reach both cars into Q3, but we did get both in Q2. So we make an overall net loss in terms of we make an overall gain of about 700,000 tonight, which is not bad. Right, we have a spare side pod, but we have a severe lack of parts elsewhere. There's a spare chassis, spare underfloor. Chassis and suspensions are potentially problematic. Donna has gone up by a rating point. That's quite nice. How bad is the damage to Embry's car? Pretty bad. Don't have another chassis of a similar spec. That is a huge drop in performance. Put that back on Donna's car. Yeah, that's quite a big loss of performance there. Hopefully we can get another one, a chassis ready for the next race. I do have a spare front wing left over, that's good. Now got a spare rear wing, spare side pod, spare underfloor. Still don't have a spare suspension. Luckily, Donna's car has come through pretty much unscathed, but a lot of parts very close to wearing out. Let's see. So I've got 2 chassis, neither of them are going to be ready. That's not good. Just can't get on top of the chassis at the moment. Rear wings. Got another spare rear wing that'll be ready in time. Let's just bump that up by 1 because I've got 2 that are a little low. Go. Suspensions. I've got 2 going, neither of which are going to be ready in time. Let's see. So, underfloor is at medium risk, side pods at medium risk, front wings. Front pods are side pods, yeah. I'm going to need another side pod. And another underfloor. I've only got 1 slot left though, and I'd rather get an extra front wing done first. 4 days until Spain, and it's a wet race. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Look at our adaptability rating, 67, 61. Oh, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be very bad. Embry's cornering is terrible. That needs to improve. Madonna's gained a point on control. She was 93 before this weekend. She's now 94. Let's go on to short run pace. Embry, what's she on? She's on short run pace. She needs to stay on that. How's Anne doing? Yeah, she's doing okay. All right, we got some scouting results. Let's have a look. So, Miguel, not a bad engineer. Not a bad engineer at all. Oh, excuse me. And has a great affinity with Abril as well. So we do end up signing Abril next season. Definitely a contender. The composure stat could be better, but everything else is good. Let's take a look at Mark. Yeah, Mark is not good enough. And at 49, he's unlikely to improve to the point where he's going to be of any value to us. Let's see, Alan. Not bad. Juno's race engineer. Again, composure could be a little higher, but very good feedback, very good communication. One last engineer, that is Jeff Spear. And yeah, Jeff is just not good enough. At age 50 as well, he's going to have a slower development rate. So his composure stat's never going to be anywhere near what we need it to be. Right. We are still scouting a couple of sporting directors. Let's scout a couple more. It's unlikely Ron's going to be available. Well, he's in his 2nd season of his deal. We're not going to get Alan. Let's take a look at Randeep. Randeep's still young. I know we still need to look at signing Diana Romano to replace our Aero, but that is going to have to wait. I've got 3 million in the bank. It's not much. I've got a new part to go into production in 7 days. So let's just make 1 suspension so we can then start on the other ones. Let's get a refund on that one. 300k back. How happy or miserable with the board? Let's have a look. Oh, we're up to medium confidence. They were delighted with Monte Carlo. Really? Delighted. with a point and a destroyed car. Okay. Bar has been set. We got ourselves back into the good graces of the board, though. We're up to medium confidence. So we are turning things around. We're still underperforming on where we would ideally like to be, but we are making strides. This next circuit would have been something that would suited us a lot better, I think. Looking at the car analysis as things currently stand, this is subject to change a little bit as we get to Barcelona. But, you know, very good speed, very good DRS, excellent downforce, excellent dirty air. At a circuit like Barcelona, we would have been in a really good position if it doesn't rain. And, of course, it's going to rain. So tomorrow is going to be a difficult one. Unless the rain stays consistent. If it stays wet all the way through and doesn't fluctuate that much, it'll be okay. If it's dry for the majority of the race and then goes wet for a bit, we'll be okay. If it fluctuates on and off quite heavily, then yeah, we are going to be all over the place. We're going to lose so much time in those transitional periods because our adaptability ratings are abysmal. Could go a couple of different ways. We will find out tomorrow exactly what's going to happen. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching tonight's race. I will be back at the usual time tomorrow at 8, as always, in the evening. I will be keeping my fingers crossed that both cars will finish, that we don't lose too much performance with Embry, that we don't get screwed over with a lot of changing conditions, and hopefully we can get some decent points tomorrow. But yeah, it could be a tough one. Please do come back for that. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.